what would I do if I was single again? Like back when I was single. Had to do it all over again, but this time I knew that I wanted to be single. And that's the direction I was heading. This is a super fun question because on this side of it, I do have a greater appreciation for what I didn't know that I had when I was single. I was talking to my husband about this, and I was like, first of all, I'd be like, I'm into money. I'm into money because you have so much more freedom of what you do with your money when you're single versus when you have all the responsibilities of sharing and children. And I had these dreams before I got married that once I got married, every 5 years we would take some savings and go on a trip somewhere. And then I got married, I was like, well, what savings? Everything's so expensive. Every time I had savings, I had another kid and I had to pay for it. So I would, all of the principles that I'm going to teach in the living on a singles income, and it's 6 different months. There's six videos in that series, and I would follow those to a T. And I would have the next 15 years of my life relatively mapped out, and I would save money. I would be a good steward of my time and develop a skill set that could pay my bills. I would, in all of the savings and everything that goes with that living on a singles income, I'd be working towards the down payment of a house for financial independence. So that's just the money side of it. But then the relationship side of it, first of all, I would be very careful of my lusts, because 1 Corinthians 7 says that it's better to marry than to burn. So if you're struggling with those habitual sins and you are not overcoming them, I would say, I might have wanted to be single, but I'm going to invest in meeting people so that my relationship with God can be better. Because the whole goal of life is to please God, and being a godly woman, whatever that looks like, but being a godly woman is the goal. And if you are falling to sin perpetually, you're not pleasing God. So I would be very, very careful of those types of things. And in that sense, I would try to have accountability partners. I would be careful. I would have things on my phone to help monitor it. I would live with godly Christian female roommates so that I wasn't as tempted to go off alone and do things that I ought not. There'd always be some level of accountability. And then, so I cover ministry, I cover my personal walk with God. I would also try to travel and meet other godly Christian people and visit missionaries and see how I could be a help. And then I would invest in people that you don't get a chance to invest in when your whole entire life is surrounded by homemaking responsibilities. For instance, I hardly ever get to go soul winning. I hand out tracts every chance that I can, but I hardly ever get to go soul winning. We work in junior church for our bus ministry, but I would love to go visit the more people in the highways and the hedges. The widows ministry, the Bible says that true religion undefiled is to visit the fatherless and the widows. I would try to be involved in a widow ministry. I would try to help the poor and the needy. There are so many things that take a lot of time, and I feel like I don't have hardly any opportunity to leave my home, but you can make that time when you're single if you have a job that can support you and pay your bills. And so travel, minister, be more active in soul winning, and you just have so much freedom. You have so much freedom. You have no idea that it could be anything you wanted. So that's what I would do. I would invest my money, move forward, travel, experience things, meet new people, go to Israel, and be the best soul winner, reaching the poor and needy with the gospel and helping the widow and the fatherless. That's what I